Level 3 of the Advanced AB course that Reshape Infinity Fitness run. I'm Jack Pierce PT. These are all my hobbies, achievements and all my accomplishments, some of my races. Today we're going to be doing section 3 of the ABS course. In session 1 we focused on the core itself, lower back, the rectus spinae, rectus abdominis. Then the second session we worked on the obliques, which is the sides of the rib. And today we're going to be focusing on the remainder of the abs, specifically the lower abs, the harder section of the abs to build. The lower abs are typically harder to see because that's where you'll hold on to your stubborn fat. And it's also much more difficult to lift the legs than it is to lift your upper body because of the more weight and the pendulum effect, because there's more weight further away from the fulcrum point. For exercise 1, we're going for 45 seconds in a V-sit position where your upper body and lower body are simultaneously up. Legs up here, sitting onto your bum, balancing. Balance on the butt, keep the arms, extend out. If you're struggling, you can keep your hands on the floor or you can go without. And the lower you go, the more challenging this exercise is going to be. Exercise 2 is extremely hard. If you struggle with this exercise when you're building up from level 1, level 2 into level 3, you can come back to this exercise another day. This is the hardest one out of every single exercise that we've got in this routine. This is called a dragon flag. It's created by Bruce Lee. He would do a sit-up with his whole body, his legs and all, and there would only be his shoulder blades on the floor. The exercise is extremely hard. For this exercise, you're going to hold on to something that's behind you. It could be a bed, a wall, a door, doesn't matter. You pop your hips up into the roof. Make sure that your bum is not sagging, that your bum is squeezed all the way through, keeping your body as straight and flat as possible. From here, you're going to slowly lower down, keeping those glutes squeezed, keeping that body in alignment. And the better you get with these, the more deep towards the floor you'll get. Either full range down, focusing on negative reps, so on the eccentric phase, which would look like this, where you come up through, come down, slowly as can, all the way to the floor. That's an eccentric rep. A 45-degree negative dragon flag, getting all those gravitational forces pulling you deep down and through your core. I'll demonstrate that from a different point of view. We persist. Onto the shoulder blades, squeeze the hips through, don't let the hips sag. Keeping that hollow body position, slowly coming down. So Bruce Lee is the godfather of martial arts. He is the OG, he's the dog, he's the boy. It's the one that everyone refers back to. This exercise is useful for rock climbers. You're going to be doing a lot of things upside down where you need that core control. Anyone who's going to be doing a mountain biking or a BMX, you're going to be using those positions of stretched out Supermans. This exercise will relate to life. The next exercise, we're going to be dropping the hips, so we're no longer on just the shoulder blades. We're going to be now just lifting the legs. This is a regression exercise that we've just done called the dragon flags. They are extremely hard. Do not feel disparaged if you can't do those ones. Build up to them with these next ones, with the leg raises. A diamond position with my fingers underneath my coccyx, or your coccyx in this case. And for the leg raises, you're going to rise up, keep the bum on the ground, don't lift up. Lower down. An important thing to remember is as you come down, if you see your ribs flare out and arch out, you know that your back and core are not into the ground. And as you start coming down, doesn't matter what height, if you feel your ribs raising up, keep your ribs firmly pressed into the ground. And if you can't go fully down without this occurring, then just go to the range that you are able to go, lifting the legs to the range that you can, up and down. In this section, we're doing a very complex move, and it's slightly getting easier and easier and easier. We're going to be focusing on that same diamond position underneath the butt, and you're going to be focusing on the same core control and pressing the ribs down into the floor. We've got 45 seconds for this exercise to focus on that core control, ribs down into the floor, diamond tucked underneath the butt. If you want to raise the shoulders off the ground, that can force the ribs down. With the flutter kicks, you're going to extend out, point your toes like a ballerina. Same again, if you go down to the bottom, your ribs may arch and turn your back in, not turning your core on, turning your core off. So go to the height and distance that you can. Point the toes. These are small little flutters, like you're swimming, like you're treading water when you're swimming. So for the final exercise to round us off, we've got another regression of this leg lift variation. Before we did the whole body up, we did the legs up, we've just done the legs up, and now we're going to do the knees in and the legs up. So we're not reaching all the way down again, not wanting those ribs to flare out. Keep the ribs tucked into the ground. As you're here with the knees, you're going to drive out, squeeze in, drive out, squeeze in, bringing the knees into the chest with a bit of a oomph. That is the entirety of the 3 levels of the Core Sculptor program here at Reshape to Infinity Fitness. If you're looking for a personal trainer in Liverpool, if you'd like to hire us as personal trainers, we'll see you at reshapeinfinityfitness.co.uk, or find me on YouTube or Instagram at JackPSPT, or phone 07948 751 888. Keep routinely habitualizing this habit, and over time your core will be sculpted and you'll look like a Greek god, goddess. Thank you all for watching. Jack Piers out.